Stop everything you're doing, because what I'm about to tell you isn't just gossip, it's the kind of scandal that rewrites history. The streets, the blogs, the entire hip-hop world are on fire with whispers that Jim Jones, Harlem's own, has secretly tied the knot with none other than Basketball Wives star Brooke Bailey. Yes, you heard that right. While Chrissy Lampkin, the woman who held Jim down through over 15 years of chaos, proposals and public heartbreak, is still reeling from their roller coaster breakup, Jim may have walked right into a secret wedding, and the fallout. It's nuclear. A leaked photo. ALLEGEDLY, showing Jim in a tuxedo and Brooke in a dazzling white gown, has exploded across social media. Fans are split between disbelief and betrayal. How could Jim, after years of dodging Chrissy's pleas for commitment, suddenly give Brooke the very thing Chrissy fought for on national television? And why so secretive? Was this a wedding, a publicity stunt, or something even darker? And it doesn't stop there. Word on the inside is that Chrissy herself was blindsided, discovering the alleged marriage not from Jim, but from the same viral photo the rest of us saw. Reports of her storming out of a lounge after hearing the whispers have already gone viral, and insiders claim she's preparing to break her silence in a way that could tear Jim's entire world apart. Stay right here, because what comes next will make reality TV look like child's play. The whispers started like smoke, creeping through the cracks of social media, before exploding into a wildfire that nobody could ignore. A blurry photo dropped late at night. Jim Jones, Harlem's very own legend, dressed in a slick black tuxedo, standing beside Brooke Bailey, glowing in an all-white gown that screamed wedding day. At first, people assumed it was a throwback photo shoot or maybe even a publicity stunt for a new show. But then came the caption from the anonymous source: "Congratulations to Jim and Brooke. Secretly married Atlanta. No cameras, no Chrissy." Within minutes, the internet was on fire. Screenshots of the photo spread like a virus. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every corner of the culture was lit up. Fans were tagging Chrissy Lampkin nonstop, demanding answers, begging her to clap back, and trying to figure out if this was real or the most savage hoax in hip-hop history. But as more photos leaked, Jim holding Brooke's hand, Brooke flashing a diamond ring that looked far too real to be staged, doubt began to vanish. The whispers hardened into belief. Jim Jones had actually married Brooke Bailey behind closed doors. For longtime fans of love and hip-hop, this wasn't just shocking, it was betrayal. Chrissy Lampkin had devoted over 15 years of her life to Jim, loving him through the fame, the feuds, the ups and downs that played out on national television. Who could forget the iconic moment when Chrissy flipped the script and proposed to Jim herself? It was bold, it was raw, it was emotional. A moment etched into reality TV history. But Jim never delivered the commitment Chrissy craved. Season after season, interview after interview, he found a way to dodge, delay, and deflect. And now, if the leaks are true, he's given that exact commitment, a wedding, to someone else. The emotional stakes couldn't be higher. Insiders claim Chrissy found out just like the rest of us, scrolling her phone, stumbling across the viral photo that shattered her world. One source close to Chrissy told a gossip blog she thought the breakup was painful, but this is humiliation on a whole different level. She didn't even get a call, a warning, nothing. And that silence is what made it sting the most. Jim didn't just move on, he erased her, leaving her to pick up the pieces while the world laughed and speculated. But how did Brooke Bailey enter the picture? That's the question everyone's asking. Brooke, the fiery beauty from Basketball Wives, has never shied away from drama. Known for her sharp tongue and unapologetic presence, she's battled her own controversies in front of cameras. But what nobody expected was for her to swoop into Jim's world just months after Chrissy and Jim's split became public. Rumors of Brooke and Jim being spotted at lounges in Atlanta were brushed off at first as industry networking. A bet? But then came the late-night dinners, the cozy photos from VIP sections, the cryptic captions like "Love finds you when you least expect it." Still, nothing could have prepared fans for the leaked wedding photo. And when bloggers dug deeper, things got even messier. A leaked voice memo, allegedly between two of Brooke's close friends, surfaced on a gossip page. In it, one voice whispers, "He said he didn't want to wait. He told her, 'I've wasted too much time already.' Can you believe that?" The same man who told Chrissy for 15 years he wasn't ready. That single line broke the internet. Fans replayed it, dissected it, and dragged Jim for filth. Twitter wars erupted instantly. Jim played Chrissy for 15 years just to marry Brooke overnight. One fan tweeted, another wrote, "This isn't love. This is revenge." He wanted to hurt Chrissy, and Brooke was just the weapon. Hashtags like #PoorChrissy, #JimandBrooke, and #Chrissy deserved better shot to the top of trending charts. Memes flooded timelines with side-by-side photos of Chrissy proposing to Jim contrasted against Brooke in her wedding gown. The cruelty was relentless, but it wasn't just fans fueling the fire. Other celebrities jumped in, pouring gasoline on the already raging flames. Kim Bella from Love and Hip Hop posted a cryptic story. "Some men will play house with you forever, just to give the keys to someone else." Erica Mena tweeted, "When you waste a real one's time, karma always spins the block." Even Yandi Smith, who has her own complicated history with Jim and Chrissy, liked several shady posts dragging Jim's alleged hypocrisy. The industry was watching, and the silence from Jim's camp only made the noise louder. Then came the alleged text leak. Screenshots popped up online, reportedly showing messages between Jim and Brooke leading up to the ceremony. One message, supposedly from Jim read, "I need something new. Can't keep repeating the past. You make me feel alive again." Another from Brooke, "So you're really ready to do this? Not just words." Jim's alleged response, "Let's do it. I've wasted too much time already. For real, those texts cut like knives." The very excuses Jim used to dodge Chrissy for years, suddenly gone when it came to Brooke. Meanwhile, Chrissy's social media went quiet. Fans flooded her last Instagram post with comments like, "Say something, Queen. And don't let them play you like this." But she posted nothing. Not a word. Just silence. And in that silence, speculation grew. Some insiders whispered that Chrissy was preparing a sit-down interview to finally air out the truth. Not just about the alleged wedding, but about years of behind-the-scenes betrayals that the cameras never captured. Others claim she was considering a lawsuit since she and Jim still shared financial ties. Nobody knew for sure. The internet thought it had already reached the breaking point, but the storm was only beginning. Hours after the alleged wedding video clip surfaced, another bombshell detonated, a leaked phone call. A gossip page posted audio of what they claim was Brooke on the phone with one of her Basketball Wives castmates. In the call, Brooke's voice is shaky but triumphant as she whispered, "Girl, it's done. I'm Mrs. Jones now. He finally made me his wife." Ugh, Chrissy could never. That last line ripped through the internet like shrapnel. Chrissy could never. 3 words that sent fans into a frenzy of outrage, sympathy, and betrayal. Memes flooded timelines immediately. One viral tweet showed Chrissy's infamous proposal seen side by side with Brooke's alleged wedding photo, captioned 15 years of begging versus 15 weeks of winning. Another meme read, "Chrissy wrote the book, Brooke got the diploma." The cruelty was relentless, but the speed was terrifying. Within hours, hashtags like #Mrs. Jones and #Chrissy deserved better dominated Twitter worldwide. But the true chaos started when insiders close to Chrissy began leaking her alleged private messages. Screenshots supposedly from Chrissy's group chat with her closest friends revealed raw emotion. One message read, "After everything I gave him, he still humiliated me. This isn't just betrayal, it's disrespect on another level. Another line from the same chat, if they think I'm staying silent, they don't know me at all. Fans immediately began speculating that Chrissy was preparing for a scorched earth moment, a tell-all interview, an explosive Instagram Live, or even a lawsuit that could drag Jim and Brooke's alleged marriage into the public courts. And then, fate was scripting this like a reality TV season finale. A video surfaced of Chrissy leaving a lounge in New Jersey, surrounded by friends. Paparazzi cameras caught her wiping tears from her face as someone off-camera shouted, "Chrissy, what do you think about Jim and Brooke's wedding?" She didn't answer. She just shook her head and muttered, "Y'all don't even know half of it." That one cryptic line was enough to reignite speculation. What exactly did Chrissy mean by half of it? What other secrets was she sitting on? Meanwhile, Brooke leaned into the chaos. Her Instagram story became a battlefield. She posted a boomerang of her diamond ring sparkling under candlelight with the caption, "Happiness looks good on me." She didn't tag Jim, but she didn't need to. Everyone knew what she was doing. The shade was loud, unapologetic, and calculated. And when fans flooded her comments with messages like, "Chrissy built the house you're living in," Brooke fired back with a simple reply, "Don't be mad because he finally chose a real wife." That comment alone triggered over 20,000 responses in under an hour. Celebrities piled into the drama. Remy Ma commented under a blog post, "Sometimes men confuse loyalty with comfort. Don't play yourself." Lil Scrappy went live on Instagram, saying, "Jim, my dog. But yo, that's wild. You don't do a woman like Chrissy like that." Even Cardi B liked a shady meme dragging Jim for dodging marriage for 15 years, only to allegedly marry Brooke in secret. Every new reaction added gasoline to the fire. But behind the scenes, the drama was allegedly even messier. According to one insider leak, the wedding wasn't as picture-perfect as Brooke's Instagram suggested. A guest who claimed to have been at the small ceremony told a blogger that Jim and Brooke argued right before exchanging vows. The witness claimed Jim pulled out a prenup document minutes before the ceremony began, insisting Brooke sign it immediately. She was heated, the source said. She wanted to walk away, but her girls told her to just sign it and secure the title. She signed with tears in her eyes. That's true. Then Brooke's so-called victory came with a price. A marriage wrapped in mistrust before it even started. And Chrissy, she wasn't sitting still. Fans noticed she began following a high-profile talk show host known for exposing celebrity scandals. Within hours, rumors spread that Chrissy had already scheduled an exclusive sit-down interview. Leaks claim she was prepared to spill everything from Jim's years of infidelity to the private sacrifices she made to keep him afloat financially. She's about to air him out like never before. One blogger wrote, "Jim thought marrying Brooke would silence Chrissy. He just made the biggest mistake of his life." Then came the moment nobody expected, a second leaked video. This one was grainy, shaky, but chilling. Filmed at what looked like a dimly lit hotel bar. The clip showed Jim sitting with an unknown man venting. His voice was low but audible. "I ain't even sure I did the right thing, bro. Brooke, cool. But Chrissy was my rock. I just couldn't give her what she wanted. And now it's too late." The man nodded and the video cut off. But it was enough. Fans replayed it thousands of times, dissecting every word, every sigh. Was Jim already regretting his decision? Had he married Brooke in a moment of spite, only to realize he'd lost the one woman who truly had his back? The fallout spiraled faster than anyone imagined. A Twitter space titled "Chrissy vs. Brooke, Who's the Real Mrs. Jones?" drew in over 40,000 listeners. Fans screamed, debated, and dragged both women while Jim's name trended nonstop. Meanwhile, Brooke's basketball wives' castmates allegedly unfollowed her on Instagram, hinting at private disagreements over her. Sudden leap into Jim's world. LHHNY executives were reportedly scrambling, trying to fast-track production on a reunion special that could capture this real life. drama on camera before it burned out. And then came the alleged bombshell text from Chrissy herself. A popular gossip blog claimed to have received a DM directly from Chrissy's account, stating, "Don't believe everything you see. That man will always be mine in ways she'll never understand. Stay tuned." The blog posted the message with a disclaimer, but fans went wild. Was Chrissy hinting at a secret arrangement with Jim? Was she about to expose receipts proving Brooke was nothing more than a rebound? Theories swarmed like bees, but nothing could prepare fans for the ultimate shocker. Whispers that Chrissy wasn't just blindsided, she was betrayed by her own circle. Reports claim one of Chrissy's so-called friends attended the secret ceremony, smiling in photos, standing in the background as Jim and Brooke allegedly said "I do." When fans spotted the familiar face in leaked footage, they erupted. Betrayal wasn't just coming from Jim, it was coming from the people Chrissy trusted most. And with that revelation, the story hit an even darker turn. Not only was Chrissy facing heartbreak on a public stage, she was realizing that people she loved may have helped orchestrate her humiliation. And just as fans began to feel the full weight of that betrayal, a new headline dropped. Chrissy, preparing explosive tell-all. Claims to have receipts that could end Jim and Brooke for good. But what exactly does Chrissy know? What receipts has she been holding back all these years? And if she goes public, what will it mean for Jim, for Brooke, and for an entire culture that's been watching this love triangle unravel for over a decade? The whispers had turned into a roar, and by the time the sun rose the next morning, the situation had evolved from shocking to downright catastrophic. Chrissy Lampkin, the woman who built her name and brand alongside Jim Jones, is now at the center of what many were calling the most humiliating public betrayal, and the plot thickened even more when an anonymous source close to Brooke claimed she had been warned not to marry Jim. The source told a gossip outlet that Brooke's friends cautioned her about Jim's commitment issues. But Brooke allegedly ignored them, saying, "It's not about what he did with Chrissy. It's about what he's willing to do for me." That statement leaked online and went viral. Fans tore it apart, calling it arrogant, reckless, and tone-deaf. Suddenly, Brooke wasn't just a new wife. She was a lightning rod for hate. Jim Jones himself remained strangely silent. No posts, no lives, no interviews. His silence became its own story. Some interpreted it as guilt, others as strategy. But insiders claimed he was in damage control mode, trying to manage the firestorm privately. According to one insider, Jim was allegedly furious at Brooke for flaunting their union online. He wanted it quiet, the insider revealed. She wanted the spotlight? That's already causing tension. True? Then the so-called secret wedding may have birthed not only public chaos, but also private cracks in Jim and Brooke's new marriage. And then the betrayal deepened. A fan with eagle eyes spotted something in the leaked wedding footage that most people missed at first glance. A familiar face in the background. It was a woman Chrissy had once called her sister, standing among the guests, smiling and clapping. Screenshots circulated like wildfire, with captions like, "Her own circle betrayed her." For Chrissy, it wasn't just Jim who broke her heart. It was the realization that even people she trusted had chosen sides against her. The story spiraled into madness when rumors began circulating that Chrissy had been approached by a major streaming platform to star in her own reality series, one allegedly centered on her healing journey post-Jim. Fans speculated she could use the platform to expose every hidden detail of her relationship, from Jim's alleged infidelities to his financial troubles. If true, this would flip the entire narrative, positioning Chrissy not as a victim, but as a powerhouse who turned heartbreak into empire-building revenge. And just as speculation reached fever pitch, a new layer of chaos emerged. Someone leaked an alleged group chat involving Brooke and two of her basketball wives' castmates. In the messages, Brooke bragged about finally getting the ring Chrissy begged for. She also allegedly joked, "I did in months what she couldn't do in decades." Whether real or fabricated, the screenshots detonated across social media. Fans recoiled at the cruelty, and even Brooke's own supporters struggled to defend her. The backlash became so severe that petitions began circulating, demanding Brooke be removed from Basketball Wives if she returned. One petition garnered over 50,000 signatures in less than 24 hours. Commentators declared that Brooke had crossed from reality TV drama into real-world villain territory. "This ain't entertainment anymore," one viral tweet read. "This is cruelty disguised as clout." But even as Brooke faced the storm, Chrissy's silence remained the loudest sound of all. She didn't lash out. She didn't go live. She didn't release a statement. Instead, she posted a single black screen with the words, "The truth always comes out." That simple post drew millions of likes and set off a tsunami of speculation. Was Chrissy preparing to drop documents, videos, emails? Was she sitting on evidence that could blow apart Jim and Brooke's shiny facade once and for all? Then, late one night, another leak surfaced that